November 1st is SNAP benefits are not going out in the US, which means a shit ton of people who rely on that support because our systems are very broken don't have access to additional funds for food. So when the caregivers, when the parents don't have enough access to resources like food, stable housing, adequate income to pay for high cost of living, if they don't have adequate access to resources, they're going to be stressed. So grown-ups who don't have enough access to resources, when they're stressed out, they cannot access their prefrontal cortex. They cannot calmly tell their child, no, we can't buy that thing right now because we can barely pay for this other thing, and that's a need, whereas your thing is a want. Okay? They don't have that patience because they're still in survival. And survival as a parent, when a kid's whining and complaining about wanting something that they can't afford, the parent's not going to calmly explain it to the kid. They're going to yell, okay? And let me explain my experience, okay? I am a trauma therapist. I'm a trauma therapist of 20 years, turned boundary coach. So you would think that I would have some skills around parenting. No, I am yelling at my kids right now so much because I, like most of the Americans that I know, have had to really look at what are my financials right now, right? As things are crazy expensive, what am I willing to spend money on? Now with my boundary healing, I am raising my voice, but I am explaining to her, sweetheart, I am irritated, not because of you and this dress that you want to buy, but because I'm stressed out on trying to figure out the finances. And I'm also stressed out on how to support my clients who don't have access to the resources that they need. So this level of intensity that you're hearing from me is 10% you, sweetheart, and 90% system that's broken and killing us, okay? So number one, if you see a kid who's escalating very quickly and freaking out like they're going to die, they're stressed out. They're stressed out because their grown-ups are stressed out, okay? So if you're a teacher, the first things you want to ask for is not, why are you an asshole, okay? The first thing you want to ask for is, have you eaten today, honey? Would you like something to drink? Okay? Make sure those necessities are addressed first. Do not talk about behavior right now when people are so stressed out and focused on survival because they need to be focused on survival, okay? So one, if the kid's escalating, ask them if they've eaten. Two, if the kid's escalating, give them some space, okay? I see this is really upsetting to you. Let me go get you a cup of water, okay? The thing is, the educators are also living in this system and stressed out about finances too. Last time I checked, most educators needed like 2 or 3 jobs to pay for everything, right? So the same thing goes for the caregivers in school systems, that if they don't have enough access to resources and support, they're going to have very short fuses and it's going to escalate in the classroom, okay? So if the entire classroom of kids can sense that that grown-up, supposed to be grown-up, is not regulated or calm, they're going to get agitated, okay? So what you're going to see in the next few weeks is an increase on mental health services that kids are going to need to access. Parents, your kids are going to be threatening self-harm, suicidal ideation, violent behaviors, aggressive behaviors, because they sense that their parents aren't there for them, okay? So if they freak out, first thing you want to do is, how am I doing? The more you can regulate and stabilize yourself, the better it's going to be for the kids. That's the first rule of thumb, is just to make sure that you're doing okay so your kids can sense into you to make sure that they're going to be okay because mom and dad are okay, or mom and mom, or mom, whoever's the caregiver. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, and if you're stressed, just let the kid know the level of stress that I feel is not about you. The level of stress I feel is about ICE stuff that's happening. It's about the cost of food. It's about this thing. It's not about you, sweetheart. Please don't take it personally. As transparent as you can be with your kids, right? Let them know ahead of time, hey, things are really tight right now. Christmas might look a little different this year. I need you to prepare yourself for that.